So here's where we're at on the ugly cleanup. If you remember, this is where that big brush pile used to be. As you can tell, I haven't cut any grass, and it's grown up quite a bit since I was here for the bid. But the leaves have been pretty much gone. This back here was, oh shoot, look at that. Left my freaking loppers here. But as you can see, this right here was probably about 6 inches deep of leaves back in here. So now today, and that was all yesterday, I didn't get any video because I was paying for a helper. So I didn't want to dink around with video time, since I was having to pay somebody to hang out with me. So that's the back. This was freaking full to the top of the stairs there with leaves. I haven't done anything here yet. Hopefully I can rake some of it into a tarp and then mow the rest of it up. This is let me back up. That's my setup today. The sides I put on the truck, and I'm going to mow with the Cub and the Honda, and I'm going to mow with the Craftsman here because I don't want to screw my Honda blades up on anything. And then we remember the front. If you guys remember, this was all freaking just nothing but a leaf pile and trash. And then back here behind the tree was I don't know, what, about 4 feet of leaves piled up behind that tree. It was almost fence height. So it was an all-day run yesterday. Well, until 2 o'clock. The dump closed, so I made my last dump run at 2. So what we were doing with those sides was hanging tarps from the sides, making kind of like a basket in the truck, and then fill into the top. I think we did 4 loads of leaves and debris yesterday. Anyway, I am going to break out a trimmer. I'm going to do some trimming. I'm going to work in the backyard before I come up here and fight with the front. So you guys see me run the Craftsman over it twice, once with the bag and then once without. It's just so tall, I had to get some of that crap out of here. So though that is an old mower, I mean it's the 675, it'll still get it done. I thought for a minute there you guys finally witnessed the death of it when I pulled the cord and it was locked, but it's just so much grass jammed between the blade and the deck. But I mean, for an old mower it still gets it done. But like I said, I can't put the Honda back here in this. I just can't chance busting the blades on the Honda or spindle or something goofy over something like this. And I think I've said it before, this isn't my normal kind of bid. This is more of, if anybody's looking at REO work, this would be an REO. It's not an actual REO for me. I know the guy I'm doing it for, but this is REO type work. This would be, because you got the trash, and obviously it hasn't been kept for who knows how long. So this is REO type work. If anybody's looking at getting into something like that, this is what you'd be looking at. And this one, you know, I mean, pretty run-of-the-mill for REO, which is why I don't do REO. And I will not be taking another bid like this. I underbid it. Now that I've done the work, I've still got the front to do, but now that I've done it, and I mean, this was like the easiest part. I had that brush pile, and then there was a piece of plywood right here blocking this section off, and this back here was full of leaves to about there, to about the second piece of the siding there, and then obviously up on the fence. Yeah, this was all just full of leaves back here. It was ridiculous. The front was the worst behind that tree, though. I probably pulled 2 truckloads just from behind that tree. I gotta stop dinking around with this camera. It's like almost it's a little bit after 11, so I gotta get done. So I just I used the 86. I couldn't keep that little backpack. I get it started, but I couldn't keep it running, so I just used my 86, which is one to bring up. See, I just blew everything into this there, and I'll come over and pick it all up. And then I may run the mower. Probably not. And I just gotta pick up this trash, blow this down, take this trash, put it in the truck, and then I'm ready to go. Cans, trash over there. But the BG86 yesterday, I was blowing with it, and it had no RPMs. I was all freaked out for a minute, and couldn't figure out what was going wrong with it. And then I realized, or I had a thought, you know, if you lose your power on those things, check your spark arrestor. I pulled my spark arrestor out just to see, because it just sounded like it wasn't breathing. And sure enough, I couldn't even see light through it. And I felt pretty crappy that I let something like that happen. But it was fine. I caught it before I blew it up or anything. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'll take some final pics, but I gotta get after this. Alright. That's all it's getting out of me. I've spent a day and a half here. Or actually, basically I should say 1 day. See, I was 6 hours yesterday and 3 hours today. So, yep, they got a full day out of me. That's all this place is getting. So that was the ugly cleanup of 2015. And unless I get really hurting for money, I will not take another one of these bad boys. That's not what I want to be doing. Like even my trailer gate, I've been leaving down. Normally I pop it back up so people can see my company name and number and stuff. I'm not wearing anything. No shirts, no hats. Trailer gate staying down so people driving by, because I don't want really this to be associated with the type of work that I normally do. So anyway, there we go, guys.